This is a team effort. But you had a great game, 4 goals.
You know, like
it's for the team.
at the end of the day,
Like
no, look. Do you know at the end of the day, I score many goals and I'm happy with that. My individual success is very good. But it's about the team.
That's so
Look, bro, no, that's every foreign player ever. But yes, I'm very happy about the results. And yes, I scored goal today, and I know, but most importantly, it's about the team. I am happy because I give my team 3 points, and I can help us to reach our goals for the season. That's about it. Thank you.
That's just like
Yeah, Mo Salah, he's funny, bro. I like his style.
true Egyptian.
Yes, yes. So we talk about Asalaamu Alakum.
Yes.
Asalaamu Alakum.
3, 2.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Jibreel Salam.
And this is Mohamed Hassan.
And you are listening to the Young and Muslim Podcast.
Asalaamu Alaikum to all of our listeners, whether you're Muslim or not. Yes. The greetings of peace.
May God's peace be upon you.
Always and forever.
And that is honestly probably one of the greatest agreements that you can give to any, not just Muslim, just any person in general. Yeah. To wish upon somebody God's peace, right? Like there's peace of mind, but then there's like the universal, like the world, God's peace.
Peace, protection, love. It's like when people give me that greeting, I'm in a safe place.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. And it's cool because like when somebody says Asalaamu Alaikum, you know, may peace be upon you, whether this is coming or going, they're also saying many things such as, we hope you have a great day. We hope that you have financial, we hope that you have spiritual, religious success. You know what I'm saying? We want the best for you because Allah's peace is the best for you.
And that's more simple than, I mean, that's different. Because, hey, what's up? How are you?
There's no substance.
Compared to what you know, how you broke it down, way more substance too, and the meaning's just a lot more greater too. You feel me? Hey, how's it going? Good.
Look, the way I look at Asalaamu Alaikum and the importance of Asalaamu Alaikum, it's almost like if you have 2 friends, right?
Okay.
One friend, and they both were having a cookout, and they both cook burgers, right? One friend went to Hardee's, or he went to like McDonald's or Carl's Jr., whatever you call it, and he bought burgers.
Okay.
Yeah, they're good, right? But we've all had them, and they really just fill a void. They're generic. Every time you go in there, you're going to get one, and sometimes they're just slapped together. The cheese on one side.
And you can find them anywhere.
Yeah, the cheese is on one side, the patty's on the other, the bread is like upside down. Like they don't really care. There's nothing that goes into it, right? It's just made to fill a void. But then your second friend, he made his specialty lamb and beef burgers with little onions on the inside, all the fixings on the side, something that came from the heart. He cooked it with you in mind, and that's how I look at Asalaamu Alaikum compared to the generic greetings of hello, how are you, right? It's like to wish something of that importance upon somebody shows that you actually care enough to put the time into it. Because it actually means, like when you sit and think about what it means, you can't even take it for granted.
No.
And another thing is, how many times have you ever said Asalaamu Alaikum and you're just in a horrible mood?
That's very true.
It's like, you never come in the house, Asalaamu Alaikum.
Yeah. Welcome, son. God.
Yeah, right?
That's very true.
Your spirit changes with the greeting, you know? So the greeting has a very strong and powerful meaning, and it changes the people that actually use it and the people that receive it.
Yes, especially from the receiving end, when somebody gives you the greetings, you feel better.
Exactly.
Because you were saying you're never in a bad mood when you're saying it, but receiving, it's like, hey man, alaikum salam. It's like you respond to them with an even better mood. You know what I mean? If somebody comes in, Asalaamu Alaikum, like a level 6 coming, I'm coming in like a level 8. Walaikum salam, bro. It's nice to hear from you, Like, hey, how's it going? Yeah, you know, whatever. And then I just pull off.
And that's without even thinking about the meaning of it.
Yeah, that's
just you doing it out of habit. But when you like sit and really think about it, like what it means when somebody's wishing you peace like that, as soon as they meet you, even if they don't know you, like you meet somebody new, but you know they're Muslim. Oh, Asalaamu Alakum. Walaikum Assalam. Like it's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that the issue that we see with a lot of young Muslims, and particularly people that come from different countries, is that they take it for granted. They take the greeting for granted. Mm-hmm. You know, they don't use it as often as they should.
Maybe they just don't know the meaning. Maybe they just don't know like how beneficial it is too. Because you got kids growing up that come from different countries. Kids growing up now, they're saying, you know, Asalaamu Alaikum, Walaikum Salam. Sometimes they might say it, sometimes they don't. But they think it's just, they think it's another way of saying hi. That's why they substitute Asalaamu Alaikum for hi, hello, and how are you? Because they're thinking the same thing. Yeah. When in reality, it's not. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So you can't replace something with something else that's totally different.
Yeah.
So people understand what Asalaamu Alaikum really means. They can't be like, okay, I can't say hi because it doesn't mean the same thing.
Exact.
You feel me?
Damn, that's a good
point. So they just don't know the meaning. They just don't know the importance of it.
Well, yeah, they don't. Maybe they don't understand the importance of it. They don't understand like why it's important to wish it and what it does. You know what I'm saying? Like, you obviously know Assalamu Alaikum doesn't mean like you can speak whatever language.
Everybody knows the greater peace.
But if I walk up to you and say Assalamu Alaikum, you ain't gonna be like hi. You're gonna be like, first you're gonna say, well, what does that mean?
What's popping?
You're gonna be like, okay, what did you just say to me? Right?
That's true.
And then you're gonna say, okay, so how do I respond? Like my cousin, for example, like my mom, because we have so many J's in my family, right? She would call my cousin Jamal and be like, Assalamu Alaikum, and forget like, oh, it's not me on the phone. So funny. You know what I'm saying? And he got so used to it that he asked, how do I respond? So now like when she says Assalamu Alaikum, oh, Walaikum Assalam, he's not even religious.
In Jamaica, every time I call him, he always responds that way.
Yeah.
Assalamu Alaikum.
Nigel.
Always, yeah. Nigel too, yeah.
You feel me? Even Carlos. So it's cool because you know, our friends that aren't even Muslim are responding to the greetings of peace, and they even give it now. Like you call them, hey, Assalamu Alaikum. Like, what?
Yeah, right. No,
you feel me? So the greeting is big because you can't be angry. The feeling that you get, the level of peace that you get after giving it is amazing. And I think that Muslims, young Muslims in particular, even people that aren't young but they're just Muslim and don't use it, they're missing out. And that's one of the most simple things that we learn in our religion. Assalamu Alaikum. Like that's literally the first thing that you teach your children how to say. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the basic.
If somebody came up to me, you know, just somebody that wasn't Muslim or didn't know Assalamu was like, yo, good morning. I wish peace upon your day. I wish protection on your day. I'm like, God, who are you? You know what I mean?
You intense.
I like you. You know what I mean? Like I need you around.
Yeah.
But I see it even coming up when I first met you. You know, because it's weird. People think that people save the Assalamu Alaikum for older individuals or for people that haven't seen in a long time, right? So somebody comes off the airplane, just come from Egypt, oh, Assalamu Alaikum, my brother, you know, a long time no see, how's it going? Or at the mosque, they think the greetings is situational. So I see you at the mosque, I have to say Assalamu Alaikum. But I see you at the basketball court, I'm giving you dab and saying, what's good, homie? You feel me? What's Gucci? What's poppin'? Where you been? You feel me? But it's no difference, you know? And when I was younger, I said Assalamu Alaikum because, you know, I was around like a lot of older people and everything. But when I was around my homies, I didn't say it as much. And we're all like Muslims. Or if I did, it was like a huge gathering. Hey, Assalamu Alaikum, you know? But if I'm one-on-one, I didn't say it as much because I didn't understand the importance. But now growing up, I say it a lot more and I have it in all my conversations. But now the hard thing for me is that when somebody calls me a Muslim brother, sister, and they're like, hey, Mohammed, how's it going? You know what I mean? Like, that's they start the conversation. I'm like, hey, how's it going? Assalamu Alaikum, hey, Walaikum Salam, yeah. I even tried on purpose. It's kind of some things that I do. You can call it like manipulation or whatever. I've called people and not say Assalamu Alaikum. They're like, hey, how's it going? See how they respond. And they say, hey, how's everything, right? They respond the same way I do. But if I say, hey, Assalamu Alaikum, they'll say, Walaikum Salam. Have you ever tried that? Have you ever felt that?
I mean, I haven't done that because I'm not manipulative like you.
Yeah.
But I understand. Like I don't need to do that to get to. I don't have to prove a point to myself.
It's experiment.
I understand. I understand. No, you like manipulating people.
Don't listen to
like
that.
Manipulating me into doing half of these episodes. so
persuasive.
So like to your point, right? Those people just don't understand why.
Yeah.
Right. And they do, to be specific, they don't understand why it is that they don't say it.
Oh.
Right.
Okay.
And the reason why is because they're in a culture where half your day you aren't around Muslims, and even if you all are having to tailor your greetings, you have to tailor your voice, you're having to tailor your attitude, how you act to this corporate cold society we live in.
That's,
you know what I'm saying?
True.
When you think about it, why in the world is a call center in India have a mother named Ryan in there?
Yeah.
And you can tell this dude's trying to hide his accent. Like, you know what's funny? One day I was on there. I was like, he was like, "Hey, this is Dave." I was like, "Hey, Dave, what's your real name?" He was like, and he said his real name. And I was like, "All right, cool. I'm gonna call you that." And it was cool because so I say that to say like people hide who they really are. Muslims in this country hide behind hello and what's up, how's it going? Mm-hmm. When in reality, the best greeting to give is Asalaamu Alakum, right? The Prophet, there's a hadith where this man asked the Prophet, he said, "What is the best type of Islam?" And the Prophet said, "The best type of Islam is the one where you feed the hungry, mm-hmm. and when you give the salams to people that you know and those that you do not know."
I love that.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So after another hadith, or it's not
it's
hadith.
Funny, I'm reading the hadith right now.
Are you reading it?
It says, "Verily the best of people to Allah are those who are first to greet with peace."
Yeah, exactly. Because again, you're wishing something that's greater than anything that we can. Like we can't actually give. We can't give that. Mm-hmm. So you're wishing that upon somebody. Like, bro, what? That's crazy. So this other scholar was saying that he said that the giving of food, mm-hmm. being hospitable and giving of food, yeah. and giving the greetings is next on the list behind all of our obligations as Muslims.
Obligatory,
our obligatory actions as Muslims. It's crazy that simple stuff,
yeah.
right? So there's a reason why.
And that's something you can do daily, every single day.
And there's a reason why culturally, whenever somebody comes over to your house, the first thing y'all do is eat. Think about it.
Always. After the greeting.
Yeah. So after the greeting, come in, how are you? How's your mom? How's your dad? Do you want some food? Yeah. You might not have no food. You're like, yo, I got 2 crackers. You want one?
You want one?
Like it's a cultural thing, but that's something that is part of the religion. You know what I mean?
That's so crazy because going to Egypt, that's not an issue whatsoever. People say salam all the time, but the same people that were saying Asalaamu Alakum in Egypt come here and don't say it. That's confusing.
It's culture.
Yeah.
Because they come here and they think that when they get here, they have to water down their mm-hmm. Islam. And that's not the case. No. If anything, being in this country should make you feel more empowered to be a better Muslim.
Yeah, to embrace and actually speak and talk about it. Because when you're in Egypt, are you really talking about the importance of the greeting that everybody gives? Not really.
Well, because you take it for granted. Because you give it every day.
Give it every single day. You know? Every single person you see. Here, I'm not saying assalamu to everybody I see. I might say assalamu alaikum to 1 out of 10 people I say a day. And that's my parents in the morning when I'm leaving the house. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So we're doing this episode just to emphasize the simple things of this religion.
Yes.
Assalamu alaikum is literally one of the first things that you learn when you become a Muslim. Yeah. Matter of fact, I think most people that you meet would be like, okay, I think I know what he's talking about. He must be Muslim. Like, to the most random people, if mm-hmm. somebody here just say Assalamu alaikum, they're like, oh, he's Muslim.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like even the most elementary and simple things of our religion are the most important. Feeding people and saying your salams is right after your obligatory actions mm-hmm. within the religion.
And right now I see the kids don't say assalamu alaikum whatsoever. The kids don't get
parents don't emphasize it.
Because the parents don't emphasize it. Or the parents just don't say it.
They're too busy. Yeah, I've been around the kids and the parents. Y'all just be yelling at each other.
Yeah. It's not really talking. It's just there's a whole bunch of back and forth. But I love because it's just something, it's so simple. But we just got to put it out there because we know it's something that can hurt us too. Mm-hmm. And when I mean hurt us is that we're missing out on those simple deeds. You know, we're missing out on those simple rewards. You feel me? If I can just give greetings and I know that, you know, I'm getting a whole bunch of rewards, that's awesome. And the people that are around me are feeling good about themselves. They're feeling good about me because I'm wishing peace and protection amongst all of us. And the best thing about it is that once you start saying it, because you understand the importance of it, the kid's gonna automatically say it. So one thing I do with my brother is that when I answer the phone, my younger brother, he's 6, about to turn 7, I'm like, hey, Asalaamu Alakum. He said, hey, how's it going? I won't answer him until he responds, Walaikum Salam, you know what I mean? So I keep going, and it's like, oh, okay, you know, Walaikum Salam, how's it going? And then we kind of just continue the conversation from there. But if I didn't put an importance on it, then he wouldn't know.
Well, now you have to go a step further and explain to him why. Yeah. Because right now, you're just making him do it just to do it. Mm-hmm, and he doesn't understand it. Yeah. And so you have to take that further step to really make him understand why it's important and why it's such a powerful greeting and it's better than hello. Because think about it, half the stuff he watches, majority of stuff he watches, nobody's saying Assalamu Alaikum. He's listening to Drake and like Asalaamu Alakum. Like,
yeah, like, because you're right, he is listening to Drake and all, he's walking around the house saying, I'm upset. You got 15,000 on that. I'm like, no, bro, no.
Oh. Can't go 50-50 window. Whoa.
Which is exactly right, though, because there are certain things that I used to do just because my parents told me to do it. You know, if I understand the significance of it, I myself would take it another step because I understand the impact that it has. So no, you're exactly right. Because the kids are getting smarter and smarter. They understand, you know. Yeah. I don't think he's too young to understand.
I asked my mom the other day because I actually gave the khutbah on this topic. Yeah. And I asked my mom, I said, you know, why is it that our family, because even like my aunt, she's Muslim as well, but like sometimes I'll be on the phone, she'll, okay, bye, and then hang up. And I asked my mom, I said, well, why don't all Muslims say it like we do? Because like we wake up, Assalamu Alaikum, we can if I go take a nap and I wake up and see everybody in the room, hey, Assalamu Alaikum.
Yeah, I love that.
You know, when we leave the house, when we answer the phone, it's Assalamu Alaikum. We never say, hey, what's going on? Yeah. Like seldomly, it's like a 95% Assalamu Alaikum and then 5% like, hey, what's up? Yeah. You know, and that's if it's just like you just talk to them, hey, what's up? What's up? Yeah. You feel me? Yeah. So I asked her and she said, well, we had to make it a habit because we understood. And my parents actually made a habit amongst themselves.
To do it first.
Mm-hmm. Between them two, and then made a habit when I was born and then my sisters. So it wasn't like it was just natural for them.
Yeah, randomly.
They had to force themselves to say it because they saw why. They understood the why behind the method of Assalamu Alaikum.
So it is a habit though, too. Let's understand that.
Yeah, I mean, think about high as a habit.
Yeah, exactly.
High as a habit.
Exactly.
But when you understand that there's something greater in meaning than a salutation, you really want the people around you to focus on that as well. You know?
And you make a conscious effort to make sure that you go out your way to say that. Another thing that you talking about Assalamu Alaikum, kind of like the importance of it. Sometimes I see that guys or just men, when they walk past a whole bunch of females, they're just sitting down, they won't give them the greetings. I don't know if you've noticed that.
Yeah, no, I've noticed it.
They won't give the ladies the greetings.
Which is weird.
They'll just keep walking. And then one of the ladies might say, they might say, Walaikum Salam. Oh man, she was outspoken. You know what I mean? Like that is...
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's a whole other conversation.
And if I'm walking, or even if women give greetings like Assalamu Alaikum to some men, they won't even answer.
You serious?
I don't care who gives me the greeting. Yeah, man, woman, kids, like I'm responding, you know what I mean?
Dog, that is one thing that irks me about a lot of these male Muslims is how they
rules.
Yeah, they make up rules about, and specifically women, man. Yeah. And you know, we did the episode on how to respect women, and it really, really frustrates me to see how men treat women, because women deserve our highest of highest respects for all that they do, whether they are giving birth or not. So they deserve that respect, period. And so to have any guy go by a woman and not give her the respect of giving her the greetings of peace, bro, like, that's coming out of your sin cup. I mean, that's something going into your sin cup.
Going in.
Your blessings going out one cup and going into another. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we have to understand, this it's not a sexist thing. It's not even, it's a religious thing, but we can tailor the greeting to others. It doesn't have to be, may God's peace be upon you. It can be like, bro, why do you think peace? My brother, peace.
It could just be salam.
Yeah, salam. You know what I'm saying? So like we had a guy come in after Juma. He wasn't Muslim, and I said Asalaamu Alakum. He said, my brother, peace. Peace, brother, peace.
Awesome, yeah.
So it comes in many different forms of how you say it, because not everybody understands Asalaamu Alaikum.
Yeah.
And not everybody is going to understand wa alaikum assalam or how to give the greeting. But it's important that we take the time to actually engage and we try to wish this amazing salutation upon others.
Think about it though, like, that's one thing I love about the religion, not only that it's practical, but think about just all the beauty that's in it. Just a simple, like, not simple, but just think about how impactful that greeting is, like what it means and what it does to people's day. Sure, I never had, my day has never gotten better by somebody telling me hello, unless she had me.
Good point.
Unless like, hey, hello, I got your check. But other than that, it's like, hey. And I feel like Asalaamu Alaikum doesn't come off, well, depending, man. It could have, but like a robotic or just like a mere response. Somebody like, hey, how's it going? Hello. I mean, depending on.
I think it can. Like, I think during Ramadan, after you've been sitting in tower with prayer, 8 rakahs later, Assalamu Alaikum.
Or you walk in a room, you got 20 men in there. Assalamu Alaikum. Assalamu Alaikum. Assalamu Alaikum. Jibreel behind
no, bro, that's when you just go, Assalamu Alaikum.
Alaikum salam, brother.
Just one, bro.
I've had those awkward moments where like, are we shaking everybody's hands, or are we just doing the...
Are we just going to do one big one?
One big one.
How are we about to do this?
The big one, bro. The big one.
Just one giant wave. Yeah, so I think that is something that needs to be hit on, and it needs to continue to be hit on. We might even do another episode about this topic, because I see it too many times where you might see a Muslim out in public and you both know that you're Muslim, and they just look at you, or they try and run away without saying salam. I'm gonna get my salams.
Hey.
No. I literally make a point. The police officer that we saw today, she was Muslim, and I wanted to be like, hey, Assalamu Alaikum, but like, obviously my mind was elsewhere.
Yeah.
My car just got broken into, so my mind was obviously elsewhere. But like, I've seen women on the beach, like with their families, or just like their family in general, hey, Assalamu Alaikum, hey, wa alaikum salam, and I keep going.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yes.
But just to ignore them, just because I don't feel like.
I remember, it's so weird. They have like this whole, I don't know, you can call it political or what, but it's like certain things like, okay, if you're sitting down and somebody passes you, they should be giving you the greeting. If somebody's sitting down and you're passing them, you should give them the greeting. There's like certain things, you know, I don't know if you've ever heard of that. It could, oh, well, if you're sitting down and somebody walks past you, they don't say Assalamu Alaikum, you shouldn't say nothing because that's disrespectful. You know what I mean? Well, I don't think it really even matters, because like you were saying,
people make, bro.
That's only in yours. Like, that's
people
going in your,
make
like,
up all that stuff, bro. Here's one thing that I do notice though that makes sense. Not know if you sitting down and somebody passes you walking 5 miles per hour, you give them the greetings fast or slow, quick. Like, no. One thing that makes sense is we can't be identified as Muslim. Nobody can look at you and say, oh, you're Muslim. And they can't look at me and say I'm Muslim.
It's tough, yeah.
But we can look at a Muslim woman and know that she's Muslim. Yeah. Right? So,
more likely, yes.
So if I'm out in public and I see a Muslim woman, I know I'm Muslim, obviously. Yeah. But I can tell she's Muslim. I'm in the wrong for not saying Assalamu Alaikum.
Okay.
Plain and simple.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Plain and simple. Like there's no excuse.
Mm-hmm.
And if you see her with a family, guess what? They're more than likely all Muslim too.
Yep.
So give up. And if they're not, so be it. You just say Asalaamu Alakum to some random stranger that was just wrapped up and covered and wearing hijab. Cool. But you still gotta do the salams. So I think that it's more on the duty of the men, because we can't be like, you can't just look, I can't look at you and say, yo, you're Muslim.
At least in America. At least in other places, I mean, it's pretty...
But Mo, even if we were in France right now, bro, if I saw you in France...
I'm sorry, we're not non-Muslim majority country, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
You know, because you can make the assumption.
You can.
But here, we make the assumption that men... Like, bro, but anywhere you go, you can't tell if a man is, unless they're Sikh,
Yeah.
right? Or if they're Hindi.
Because if they're wearing a suit and tie, you know what I mean? You don't know. If they're wearing jeans, they're
Exactly.
just buttoned down
Exactly.
and they're chilling.
Or if they don't have any religion. So,
yeah.
again, I'm not going to sit here and say it's the duty of the man to give the salams. But I do think that we can identify a woman and we should always give salams.
Mm-hmm.
And if we're in a situation where there's men, women, children, and we know we're in a Muslim atmosphere, we should always give the salams. But for us to know the significance of the greeting and to not give it is asinine, and it's honestly we're letting ourselves down.
Yeah. Well, let's go back to what you were saying earlier in regards to just blending in and everything like that. Do you think people kind of slowed down with the whole Asalaamu Alakum term after the whole Islamophobia, like 9/11 impact? Yeah.
I mean,
so that played a major part to it too.
But I think it was happening before that.
Even before that too?
I think it was happening before that. I don't think... Look, women still wear scarves.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about after what happened to still wear scarves?
Exactly.
Yeah.
They still wear scarves.
Yep.
It's a cultural difference, and it's a melting pot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here, people say hello.
Mm-hmm.
Even in my friend, she's from Algeria. She said in Algeria,
Where's
Algeria.
Oh, Algeria. Okay.
She said even there, because there's a high level of French people there.
Yeah.
They're used to saying bonjour,
Mm-hmm.
hello.
To everybody.
Yeah, like it's just hi,
Mm-hmm.
but in French. So even over there, they don't say Assalamu Alaikum like they should, right? So me and her talking, I'm like, hey, Assalamu Alaikum. You know, so
Why are you snap your fingers?
so because that's me like let's go, like I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? Like I know you ain't used to this, but boom, I'm gonna go, and if she responds like that, cool. But I'm gonna keep responding like that because that's something that I was brought up with. That if you know somebody's Muslim, you respond with Assalamu. You greet them with the greetings of peace.
That's long.
Period. And when you enter a room, when you give a speech, you give them the greetings of peace.
Yes.
Period. So all of that is important for us to keep pushing and promoting. And with this episode in particular, like, we hope that you all are going out after this and you're thinking to yourself, man, I really do need to say Assalamu Alaikum, or I do need to answer the phone Assalamu Alaikum. When I see that, you know, Ibrahim is calling me, I need to, hey, Assalamu Alaikum, Ibrahim, what's going on? Like, it literally takes a half a second to give the greeting of peace and then to keep going on with your conversation. So don't feel weird about it.
It's gonna feel weird at first, but once you start saying it, cause I see this happen to me. Once you start saying it, when people interact with you, they're gonna start responding that way, cause they're gonna feel weird if they don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're not gonna be like, hey, they're not gonna say hello to you, Jibreel, cause they know you say Assalamu Alaikum all the time. Even when I started doing it with my friends and everything like that, I was more conscious of it. My Muslim buddies, every time I'm saying like, dude, oh, yeah, we get it. You know what I mean? They're like, yeah, we get it. We see what you're trying to do, trying to be a sheikh, but it's always like what's good, my G. You feel me? It's like, nah, you know what I mean? It's not about what's good. You can say Assalamu Alaikum, what's good, homies? You feel me? You can say that. You can say all that stuff, but just the greetings of peace. First things first. Then you can go on with your conversation. It's not hard. It's something very simple, but so important. So
yeah,
this episode is gonna help me do it more and actually teach the young, the young kids in my family what it means and the importance of it, because they need to understand that as well.
Exactly. All
it takes one person to say it, and then slowly, inshallah, everybody else will start catching on. You know, the domino effect.
I agree. But if you are listening to this episode. We really appreciate your listenership hood.
Thank you.
I think that's a word. And we want you to be sure to subscribe to us on SoundCloud. That's the Young Muslim Podcast, as well as Apple iTunes and Google Play.
Yes.
And if you want to reach out to us on social media, which we highly suggest you do,
please.
You can find us on Young N Muslim. That's Young, the letter N, Muslim. Please find us Instagram and Twitter. Yeah.
Yes. So, also like us on Facebook, the Young Muslim Podcast.
Yep, we got Facebook.
And Jibreel does take his time to edit our videos, so make sure you go show him some love on YouTube, because
baby,
we're always in a different city recording, a different atmosphere, different everything.
Crap. I'm sitting here thinking about the idiot that stole my laptop.
Uh-huh.
All of the music, all of the editing stuff for these videos is on my laptop. It might be on the software, but
so you like special effects.
I got so much stuff to recover.
It's okay if you guys don't know what he's talking about.
Go listen to the previous episode.
Go listen to the episode where we talk about.
No, it might be the next episode. Yeah, go listen to the next episode.
You gotta tell me what the
subject. Just listen to the next episode.
The episode is gonna be.
Don't tell him. Just go listen to that episode.
Look at this man.
Just go tell him. Yeah. All right.
Suspense.
So with that, I'm Jibreel Salam.
And this is Mohamed Hassan.
And we greet you. Oh, and this is Young Muslim Podcast.
We'll hit you with the official greetings of peace.
Asalaamu
Alakum.